Did you know that The Clash, one of the most iconic punk bands in history, was formed in a squat in West London? That's right. The year was 1976, when three young men, Joe Strummer, Mick Jones, and Paul Simonon, found their lives interwoven through a shared passion for music. Joe Strummer, born John Graham Mellor, was a creative soul with a rebellious streak. He had a flair for the dramatic, often busking around London with his ukulele. Mick Jones, on the other hand, was a self-taught guitarist with an ear for melody and a heart full of punk attitude. As for Paul Simonon, he was a visual artist with a penchant for a bass guitar and a deep love for reggae. Individually, they were unique. Together, they were explosive. These were not privileged young men, they were hardened by the realities of life. Each of them had faced their fair share of struggles, and it was these experiences that fueled their music, giving it an edge of authenticity that resonated with the people. The year 1976 was a time of social and political unrest in the UK. Unemployment was high and the future seemed uncertain. But from this uncertainty arose a vibrant and rebellious punk scene, a movement that gave a voice to the disenfranchised and a platform for change. It's important to note that The Clash was not just a band, they were a reaction to the world around them. Their music was a form of protest, a call to action. It was raw, it was real, and it was a direct reflection of the turbulent times they were living in. And so, in a humble squat in West London, amidst the chaos and the noise, The Clash was born. The founding trio, each with their distinct background and shared passion for music, started to create something extraordinary. They channeled their experiences, their frustrations, and their hopes into their music, shaping the sound of punk and leaving an indelible mark on the world. The Clash, born in a squat, was about to take the world by storm. In the beginning, The Clash was just another band in the London punk scene. Four lads from various backgrounds, drawn together by a common love for music and a shared sense of rebellion against the status quo. Their early days were filled with energy and passion. They played their first gig in the summer of 1976 at the Black Swan in Sheffield. Their sound was raw, their lyrics were potent, and their performances were electrifying. They were a band you couldn't ignore, a band that demanded your attention. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. They had their fair share of struggles, from finding a stable lineup to dealing with the often unforgiving nature of the music industry. Yet, they persisted, fueled by their desire to make music that mattered. Their perseverance paid off when they signed with CBS Records in 1977. This was a major turning point for the band, giving them the platform they needed to reach a wider audience. They wasted no time and released their self-titled debut album the same year. The Clash was a punk rock manifesto, an album that captured the spirit of their live performances and the essence of their message. The album was filled with themes of rebellion and social injustice. Songs like White Riot and Career Opportunities tackled issues of race and unemployment, resonating with a generation of young people feeling disenfranchised and ignored. The Clash had become the voice of the voiceless, using their music as a vehicle for social commentary. Yet, the album's initial release was met with mixed reviews. Some critics were not ready for their raw sound and politically charged lyrics, but the band didn't let this deter them. They knew they had something to say, and they were determined to say it. Despite a rocky start, The Clash was about to break into the mainstream. They had laid the groundwork. Now it was time for them to take their message to the masses. Their journey was just beginning, and the world was about to witness the rise of one of the most influential bands in rock history. The Clash's second album, Give 'Em Enough Rope, was their ticket to international success. This album, released in 1978, was a game-changer for the band. It was a bold departure from their punk rock roots, incorporating elements of reggae, rockabilly, and even jazz. It was a risk, but it paid off, catapulting The Clash into the stratosphere of global music fame. The band's popularity was already on the rise in their home country, England. However, Give 'Em Enough Rope took them beyond the shores of Britain, reaching out to listeners across the Atlantic. The album's success led to their first major tour in the United States, fondly known as the Pearl Harbor '79 tour. This tour was a significant milestone, not just for The Clash, but for the punk genre as a whole. It marked the moment when punk rock began to make its mark on the American music scene. As they toured across the states, their live performances were electric, their energy infectious. They were not just another British band trying to make it big in America. They were The Clash, and they were here to shake things up. Their performances were raw and intense, a stark contrast to the polished pop acts that dominated the charts. But what set The Clash apart from other punk bands was their willingness to experiment with different genres. They were not afraid to break the mold, to step outside the confines of what was expected from a punk band. From the reggae-infused Guns of Brixton to the rockabilly-tinged brand new Cadillac, The Clash proved that they were more than just punk rockers. They were musicians, artists, innovators. Their evolution from a punk band to a genre-defying act was a testament to their musical prowess and their desire to constantly push boundaries. They were always evolving, always experimenting, always looking for ways to express themselves through their music. With their unique sound and powerful lyrics, The Clash was unstoppable. Their rise to fame wasn't just about selling records or filling stadiums. It was about making music that mattered, music that resonated with people, music that made a difference. And in doing so, they became one of the most influential bands of their generation. The Clash disbanded in 1986, but their impact on music and culture is still felt today. This isn't just a statement. It's a testament to the monumental legacy left behind by a band that started in a rehearsal room in London and went on to conquer the world's stage. The Clash's influence on other musicians is substantial. They pioneered a fusion of rock and reggae, pushing the boundaries of what was considered punk. This unique blend of sounds and their fearless experimentation with different genres have inspired countless musicians. From U2 to Green Day, many artists have acknowledged the invaluable influence of The Clash in shaping their music and ethos. The band's spirit of rebellion and their commitment to social and political causes have also resonated with many musicians, encouraging them to use their platform to voice their opinions. In 2003, 17 years after they disbanded, The Clash's contribution to music was formally recognized when they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This honor, bestowed upon them by their peers in the music industry, cemented their status as one of the most influential bands in rock history. It was a fitting tribute to a band that had always strived to be more than just entertainers, to be a voice for those who felt unheard. Even after all these years, The Clash's popularity endures. Their music continues to be played on radio stations around the world, their albums are still bought and streamed, and their concerts are remembered as some of the most electrifying live performances in music history. Their songs, filled with powerful lyrics and unforgettable melodies, continue to resonate with people of all ages. The Clash's legacy is not just about their music, it's about their attitude, their spirit, their desire to challenge the status quo. They showed the world that music could be a tool for change, a platform for expressing dissatisfaction and demanding justice. The Clash may be gone, but they are far from forgotten. Their music, their influence, and their legacy continue to inspire and resonate, proof that they were and always will be more than just a band. They were a movement, a voice, a revolution, and that is why their legacy endures. From their humble beginnings in a West London squat to their induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, The Clash's journey is truly remarkable. We've journeyed through the birth of The Clash, a band that didn't just happen overnight. It was a combination of raw talent, relentless passion, and a shared vision that brought together four lads from diverse backgrounds. They found solace in a West London squat, a place that cultivated their punk spirit and fueled their rebellious streak. We visited their early days, the struggles and the victories. Their music was a reflection of the times, a loud and clear voice against the establishment. The Clash weren't just making music, they were making a statement. They were the perfect embodiment of punk's do-it-yourself ethos, from writing their own songs to designing their album covers. We then witnessed their meteoric rise to fame, a testament to their hard work and unwavering commitment to their craft. Their music, with its potent mix of punk, reggae, and rock, resonated with millions around the world. They didn't just climb the charts, they tore them apart. Their induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was not a destination, but a milestone in their ever-evolving journey. Finally, we delved into The Clash's legacy. Their music continues to inspire new generations of musicians and fans alike. They didn't just leave behind a discography, they left a blueprint for future artists to follow. Their influence extends far beyond the realm of music, touching upon culture, politics, and society. The Clash's story is a testament to the power of music and the impact it can have on society. They were not just a band, they were a movement. Their legacy, like their music, is timeless, a testament to their enduring relevance in a world that's constantly changing. And while their journey may have ended, their music lives on, continuing to inspire and challenge us. The Clash's story is a testament to the power of music and the impact it can have on society. They were not just a band, they were a movement.